We are all part of this human family, and that's the spirit of Ubuntu, the spirit of interconnectedness, the spirit of interdependence. And I think what happens here has a ripple effect to what's happening in Africa. What happens in Africa has a ripple effect to what happens here in the States. The same any corner of this planet.
I mean, honestly, when I first met Lou and he invited me to become involved, I thought it was a school. I had absolutely no idea that it was a full-on community change agent.
The story of EduCongo began way back in 1967 when my father, Dr. Pierre Raja, got his degrees here in the US and then went back to the Congo.
This area is very poor in a lot of ways, and the worst part of being poor is having a poor mind.
In 2002, we opened the school to 198 boys and girls. And currently we have over 2,000 students from kindergarten, primary school, and secondary school. And we could not have done it alone. We have an amazing board here in Portland, Oregon that's just working tirelessly.
We would not be in existence if it weren't for our supporters. Supporters helped every step of the way. Supporters helped build the school. Supporters helped secure the land for the school. Every single thing we do is because of our supporters.
Thanks to our amazing donors, we were able to put together a water pump to provide clean water for the entire community of Kisanga. And you can imagine water scarcity is a big issue. And it's great to see mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters coming in and out of the school ground to fetch water. And we're very grateful to our donors to make something like that happen. The school is not just a place where students can come and learn. It's actually a catalyst for community development around the impoverished area where we are in Lubumbashi, Congo. And one particular way that has been evident has been the clinic adjacent to the school.
Bonjour, bienvenue chez nous, welcome. Karibu sana kwetu.
It's just amazing. This medical clinic serves not only the kids that attend the school and their families, but the local community. People now have access to medical services that they didn't have before. Women have a place to give birth.
We've had over 300 births at our school, so little babies and twins and triplets. It's a beautiful thing to watch that something that was not part of the original plan is now something that has been embraced by the community, and it's a beautiful thing to see.
There's HIV/AIDS treatment, malaria treatment, and the full spectrum of services that a medical clinic would offer. But I mean, it didn't exist before.
Our students created this competition amongst themselves.
They got together and decided that they would spend time on Saturdays studying for the state exam. And as a result of that, this huge competition sort of emerged between the students. They went and 100% of them passed the state exams. Okay, that is unheard of.
Shocked us and shocked the state. We got 100% success rate, which was just phenomenal. Africa is rising. We have a continent that has 200 million young people. That's a promise for tomorrow.
And what we're doing in these programs and how everyone's growing and how the kids are knocking it out of the park when it comes to their scores, and these folks want to work with us, and we're getting this award and that award, and it's because we reflect the beauty, the joy, the potential that every single child has.
Education is at the heart of human progress. I am here, I have the ability to share this story because I was educated. And so our commitment to give others a chance is a responsibility, a privilege, and an honor, because we cannot sit by and watch over 7 million of our boys and girls in the Democratic Republic of Congo, school age, unable to have this opportunity. Education should be a right. It should not be a privilege.
You are looking at the president of student body right here. This is part of the work that EduCongo does to empower the next generation.
Education alone is not enough. We're facing a major challenge in unemployment. Can you imagine getting a high school diploma, not really being sure if you can afford college, and facing those kinds of staggering numbers when it comes to unemployment rates?
So if you think about running a marathon, by the time these kids graduate, the distance between graduation and establishing a path for employment, I view that as the last mile.
And so we want to help them transition. We want to give them the tools. That's why we want to work on the last mile through a Enrollment to Employment initiative. Enrollment to Employment is really an opportunity for providing a business entrepreneur track for our graduating seniors so that they can have an option and seed funding to start their own businesses.
I feel like we're sowing the seeds for the future leadership of the country. We have these amazing, young, active, socially conscious adults wanting to change their immediate community, and we're going to give them the tools to do that.
We cannot do this alone. Join us in shaping the new Africa. Africa made up of ethical leaders, Africa made up of entrepreneurs, Africa made up of students and young people who literally will take us into this 21st century globalized knowledge-based economy. So join us by any means you can, whether it's by volunteering, whether it's by sharing your resources, whether it's by sharing our story, whether it's by advocating. We can't do this alone and we need your help. Join us. No country on this earth has a monopoly on talent. Talent is very universal, no matter where you go, but opportunity is not. So the ability for us to give our students a platform to showcase their organic brilliance, it's something that we see as a responsibility and an honor.
Thank you, EduCongo, for supporting to our education. We are the future of Congo. We'll make better.